Coach, last thing, this one came from David and talking about being too close together. David wanted to know your opinion on what happened at the end of the Clemson-Notre Dame game with fans spilling out on it to the field from Notre Dame. Obviously celebrating a big win, but maybe not the smartest move in our current climate.
David, we're talking about Notre Dame hadn't beat number one since '93, and they were all excited. And at that moment, it's just like us in the locker room right after a win. They're emotional. They're excited. We tell them put their mask on, but it's a moment where they kind of lose where they are in the enthusiasm and excitement. So I'm sure it's something that Notre Dame wishes hadn't happened. Not the win. They're excited the win happened, but that everybody came out, and that's something we all have to learn from, because these are unprecedented times, and we're going through things we've never been through before. So the first few wins that we had, we actually sang our song and stayed outside. Mm-hmm. And now that we've got a few more fans, we're doing things inside, but we're trying to be really, really careful while we do it.
Good questions this week. Thank you, David, and everyone else who sent in questions. We're going to take our final break here on the show, come back and preview the next matchup for Carolina. That is noon on Saturday versus Wake Forest. That when we return to wrap things up on the Mack Brown Show from Learfield, IMG College. Well, this stretch of 4 straight rivalry games comes to a close Saturday at noon in Kenan Stadium. Carolina hosting another in-state opponent. This time it is Wake Forest, the 108th meeting between the Demon Deacons and the Tar Heels. And, Coach, a game that a year ago I know you were particularly frustrated with, not just by the finish of it, but the way that it played out. And I'm sure a game that you will remind your team of as you get ready for this year's game.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't have to remind them, and hopefully we're getting to a point, Jones, that we'll just play.
Yeah.
We need to play every week. We beat Virginia Tech. We have a great win. We don't play as well against Florida State. We beat NC State. We have a great win. We don't play as well at Virginia. Now we've beaten Duke. How will we respond? Will we keep playing, and will we improve, or will we walk around this week feeling too good about ourselves and get hit in the mouth like we did last year in Winston-Salem because they were up 21-0. And they were more physical than we were. I thought they coached better than we did. They had more energy than we did. I love the way our guys fought back and had a chance at the end. But they just did a better job in all phases than us. They've won 4 straight. They just beat Virginia, who we lost to. They beat Virginia Tech. They're playing really, really well. They had a week off to prepare for us. So they've had 2 weeks to prepare. They're fresh. They're leading the nation in turnover ratio. They forced 15 turnovers and lost 1.
Yeah.
Just lost 1. They haven't thrown an interception with Sam Hartman, their quarterback, all year. They play really good on defense. They got all the guys back, basically, they had against us last year. So I think this is the best team that's talked about the least of anybody we play. They're well coached, they're talented, and they win. And nobody says much about them. And that's a mistake. Our team's going to hear about them all week.
Yeah, I had to. When I saw that stat, I had to double check it to make sure I wasn't seeing things. 15 turnovers forced, just 1 loss through 6 games for Wake Forest. Certainly a big part of the Demon Deacons.
And Jones, the other thing is they're second in the league in fewest number of penalties, and we've had too many penalties. So those are things we've got to do better this week to have a chance to win.
So it is a noon kick. It is TV-wise ACC Network this week. Radio-wise, we'll be on the air at 11 a.m. for Carolina and Wake Forest. Coach, congratulations on the big win again this past weekend. Look forward to talking with you as we move through the week to get ready for Wake.
Thanks, Jones.